to somebody, it's never obscure. Things might not be absolutely clear. You can't articulate exactly the way you want to. Usually you wouldn't know that if you're writing a letter, just like we don't know when our poems are unclear. But generally, if you're writing a letter, you're trying to communicate something. So if you're writing a letter that's also a poem, you're trying to communicate. You're trying to make this kind of bridge between a writer and a poet. And I think every poem is like that to one degree. Aren't we always trying to hope that there's at least one other person out there that gets what we're talking about? Isn't a poem a kind of letter to the world or to people in the world that we hope makes this connection, makes a kind of bridge that does what a mailman does, deliver something?
We've written like a lot of letters in our time. I picked up one from last summer. Dearest Poppy, I'm always so nostalgic. I put up so much resistance with people and places because missing hurts so much. I can trace all the bedrooms in my Bobcha's home when I miss her. Why can't I do that comfortably without grief giving me its strange permission? Probably because my mother taught me that moving forward and abandonment are the same thing.
I don't know how I feel about everybody else.
But I'm kind of afraid of people.
I don't ever see anyone.
I'm bitter.
It's hot. The sun is high in the sky and I'm in a patch of untamed garden in the graveyard. I'm surrounded by heat, goldenrod, and whatever those white honeycomb flowers are that grow here.
All that dirty, sad rain and drinking the grocery store brand of whiskey. I smelled like an ashtray that was left out on a restaurant patio.
My heart is a little broken.
Makes me feel safe.
I'm spending Christmas in Halifax, which is strange for me. I've never not spent Christmas in Ottawa, though there was that one time I ate shrooms and looked at a puddle before puking into it for, eternity. That's kind of like missing Christmas.
There's still room for mystery and strangeness and oddness.
And the sun is still high in the sky. The sky kind of just glows a middle blue until 4 a.m.
Makes me feel safe.
It makes me feel small.
June 8th, 2020, 2:37 p.m. Halifax is humid in a way I have never experienced sweat before, salty and cold.
I drift out of thought. Maybe I'm losing my mind.
I used to have to squint to see it.
She would catalog all the new things she found on her new body. Birthmarks and sunspots.
October 21st, 2020.
P.S. Come back soon. I miss you. P.S. Come back soon. I miss you. P.S. Come back soon. I miss you.
Maybe they were a little lonely, I don't know.
I feel like the goo that solidifies after you leave a juice spill alone too long in the fridge. Sticky.
I'm trying to confront my body lately. Do you ever just feel distressed about being human? Maybe I'm just out of touch.
Ted has been taking care of me more than I him. I have forgiven Ted, but I haven't forgiven Dorothy. I think Ted understands regardless if I say anything or not.
Forgive me.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Does this mean I have no choice but to look within to sort out why I'm always so restless and pissed off?
The water is perfectly blue today and sparkling, and everyone is lazing around in their sailboats. I think the best part of swimming in the ocean is this salty upper lip you get when you come up for air.
Throwing, tossing, I almost feel like I'm inside a tight box most of the time. I'm trying to learn to listen actively to what's around me. Not just to people, but to the ringing silence, the birds and their different calls. No longer just bird sounds. So I make music with the rocks, the water, and it suits me. I hate being behind.
I wish she would just say they can smell the sad on you. I love her so much.
I think my issue is that I get too attached without realizing it. You don't really get to decide when you start to love people.
I could love him.
Would love. Deirdre. XO.
P.S. Come back soon. I miss you.
Both the groundedness of the possibilities of an epistolary poem, a letter poem, and the range you could have with it, the fun you could have with it, the play you could have with it, the different kind of things you could do. There's good examples in this towards the end there. And it's something that anybody can kind of sit down and do. And who knows, you might discover something you didn't know you thought or felt.